So I'm here at the first ever Swedish Climate Citizens Assembly, and I stand here with Naghmeh Nasiritousi, and you are a research fellow at the Swedish Institute of International Affairs and a senior lecturer at Linköpings Universitet, and you're one of the Grey Eminence's researchers who have been tasked with informing this climate assembly. How did you approach that task? What did you want to convey to them?
I was asked to explain the Paris Agreement, and my research focuses on climate politics. So I described the different steps that have been taken in international climate politics that led up to the Paris Agreement to understand where we are now and what we need to do going forwards.
Yeah, and the Climate Assembly is tasked with answering the question, how can Sweden live up to the Paris Agreement? So it's quite a big task, and there was quite a lot of engagement in the Q&A. Where do you think this is headed? What are your reflections on that?
I think it's a great experiment to see what informed deliberation can do to come up with new solutions, how to take things forward. I think a lot of people know about the Paris Agreement, but not maybe have thought about what it means for themselves and for the society. So I think this is a good way of getting more engagement into the topic.
And why are climate assemblies important, and particularly on climate? What can they hope to achieve?
So we know about the facts. We know that we need to make changes, but how to get there is still quite an open question. And it has a lot to do with values and what we want to see in society. And that's why I think citizen engagement is really important to hear new perspectives and new solutions.
And you were talking in your scenario, in your talk, about the different scenarios and the 1.8 degree of warming. That was quite on the optimistic side. Are you an optimist?
I think that when I started getting into the climate issue, my first experience was the COP in Copenhagen in 2009. And when the negotiations broke down, I was a very pessimistic person. But since then, we've seen a lot of progress. And what much research shows is that there are solutions, but we need to implement them. So I hope that with more engagement, we could move forwards into a more positive direction.
And, I mean, do you have any recommendations then on achieving impact with these recommendations? What are your thoughts there?
A lot of action needs to happen, and that depends on political will, but also on how citizens talk about these issues. So I hope that this Citizens' Assembly could help shape the discussion in Sweden to get things back on track and impact on just how we discuss these issues as a country.
Okay, thank you, Naghmeh Nasiritousi.